Unlimited Network Security delivers multi-layer protection, securing your network, traffic, and endpoints. Let's start by deploying the secure network capabilities of Careo Control. I have my hypervisor already installed, so I'll not be covering the specification of the hypervisor, as it can be different from case to case. We'll load the virtual machine, which I downloaded from GFI. Once the machine is loaded, we simply boot it up. The boot process may take from 20 seconds to under a minute. It's up, and now the engine will start. You can see an IP address. We need to type this IP address into the web browser to finish the initial deployment. This IP address will lead us immediately to the web user interface. We'll also use the same web user interface later during the standard work with the product. We can copy the IP address with the port 4081/admin. From that point on, we can finish everything from the browser. The wizard should pop up. We click on Next, End User Agreement, Next. Now, the Careo Control wizard checks connectivity to the internet. This is important to check the license, which we're going to provide. So, next. We'll use the commercial and NFR license, or we can ask for a 30-day trial. We'll go ahead with the license, as I already have one for testing. We'll paste in the license and finish the CAPTCHA. Click on Next. We can verify the license details, if it's 10 users or whatever you've purchased. Verify the contact details, which you can edit if necessary. Agree, and click on Next. You can choose to send anonymous user statistics to help develop Careo Control. We'll skip this at the moment. In this screen, we need to choose the password for the built-in administrative account. You will use this to log into the system. We can choose the email address to receive the alerts, and we can also choose to connect this virtual appliance with the complementary cloud-based service called MyCareo. We'll skip that for this install demonstration. I'll click Next. And that's it. We have Careo Control up and running as your intrusion detection and firewall. We'll use the admin account, which we defined earlier, to log into the web user interface for the first time. We can change settings, we can create traffic rules, we can create content filtering, we can integrate with Active Directory, Open Directory, set up interfaces. We can take advantage of all the security capabilities that come with a secure network application. Now, let's deploy our secure email capabilities with GFI Mail Essentials. It delivers multiple layers of security for your email server. GFI Mail Essentials needs to be deployed in a Windows environment, more specifically on the Windows Server. I have the Windows Server 2016 already up and running, so I can go ahead and deploy GFI Mail Essentials. We need to provide the license key or the username and the password for GFI accounts. This will trigger the trial or activate the product if we already have a GFI subscription, or we have the account, of course. Here are the available keys for the trial. We go to Next. At this screen, we can choose our type of user mode. The GFI directory mode will draw from the GFI directory where we will need to specify the users. They will be used to recognize the emails and to apply the policies. We can use the remote Active Directory, which will connect to a remote instance of Active Directory. We can also use SMTP. In this case, users will be recognized automatically. It will recognize the internal users according to the outgoing emails and domain, which is specified in later steps. Finally, we have Active Directory, which will simply integrate with the Active Directory available in the network. I'll choose Active Directory. It's one of the most popular modes. We need to choose the administrator email address. This is fine. It's auto-detected. We can specify the IIS and other paths. The IIS is deployed on the same server as I'm installing GFI Mail Essentials. I don't need to change it. The path where the product will be deployed, again, I don't need to change it. We're ready to install. The wizard will deploy all of the files. The deployment will take roughly from 50 seconds up to several minutes. It's a robust program delivering a lot of features with many definitions and libraries. We'll wait until it's finished. Okay, it's starting the services. This means there is no other third-party product which could interrupt the normal functionality of GFI Mail Essentials. We should be finished in a few more seconds. It's all done. We can click on Finish. Now, it will automatically load the post-installation wizard. Here we can specify the DNS server. We can also specify from where the updates will be done. In this case, where GFI Mail Essentials is deployed is the machine facing the internet. The inbound email server settings are fine. We can add the SMTP server, which will receive email from the internet. In this case, this will be the front-end SMTP server. It will receive all of the emails coming from the internet. It will process them, filter them, and then relay them to the mail server. Tagging is fine for spam treatment. Now, we will launch GFI configuration. It will be launched in the web browser since it's integrated with the Active Directory, which we chose in the first steps. I will just log in as the administrator. Here we are. If it's a trial, like this demo, we see the thank you for choosing the evaluation of GFI Mail Essentials. And we can jump in, change settings, try features, and start using the product. Installing the secure endpoint capabilities of GFI LANguard is straightforward. GFI LANguard is deployed on the Windows operating system. For this demo, I am deploying it on Windows Server 2016. I'll go ahead and deploy with use of the installation package. It should extract the files now. We can choose the language. Now it detects whether the necessary components are already on the server. We can see that GFI LANguard and GFI LANguard Central Management are not deployed. And we see that the SQL Server native client and Microsoft.NET framework are deployed. GFI LANguard uses SQL or SQL Express in the backend to store the scan results. I will uncheck the central management as I do not want to install it during this demonstration. I'll click on Next. Now, we need to type in the SQL server name, which is on the local host, and it's SQL Express. We can keep the database as it is, or we can rename it. It's up to us. Click on OK. Now we can enter the license key or trial key, or we can log in into the GFI accounts. This will automatically provide the license key, getting the available key for the product, which comes with our GFI Unlimited subscription. We log into GFI accounts using my username and password. I'll click on Sync, and it should pull the available keys. This is the only available key I have. It's a trial key, so I'll click on OK, and the product is now deploying. The deployment should take up to 1 minute. It's quite fast when you consider how big the product is and how many features it has. I will log into the domain. It automatically loaded up the username, but I'll need to add the password. There is the folder where it will be deployed. We can change that if we would like. I'll click on Install, and we can wait a few seconds, and up to 1 minute until it finishes. And here we are. So now we can click on Finish, and GFI LANguard will automatically load the console where we can do the scans, we can change settings, we can set up other remediation, we can improve patches, we can validate applications and generate reports that take advantage of the security features GFI LANguard offers as part of Unlimited Network Security. It's loaded and will now start scanning of the local host, which will be the first computer evaluated for vulnerabilities by GFI LANguard. Secure network, secure traffic, and secure endpoints. Install the multi-layer protection of Unlimited Network Security for your company. Learn more at www.gfi.com/networksecurity.